y'all, it's Laura and welcome back to a quick and easy design layout. Now you may recognize this paper as I did use it last weekend for Scrap Lift Sunday, and I had this X pattern left as well as one triangle that I didn't use. And so what I'm going to do is just cut it down to just the X. My little triangle is going to fly off to the left, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut my X in half. Now this reason I'm calling this a quick and easy design is because it came together fairly quickly, and it doesn't require any special techniques. It's just manipulating your pattern papers to work for you. So I loved this beautiful bright pink background, and I really wanted to use it behind my now square. And I wasn't really sure how I wanted to layer with it. I considered adding this black and white script behind it, but I felt like it was drawing too much attention away from the photo, which is a pretty simple photo. It's a picture of my very first vehicle that I ever owned. Not that I ever drove, but that I ever personally owned. And it was a beautiful purple Ford Explorer, and I adored that truck. Many memories and a couple of crashes that I got into in that vehicle, and just so many memories tied up in that vehicle. And so when a cousin of mine sent me that photo, she had bought the truck from me, and oh man, she sent me that photo and it just took me back right away, and I just felt like I should scrap it right away. And I thought the purple in the stripes here really worked well with that on the truck, and so I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and use up this X paper. I knew this was what I wanted to do with it, and just play around and see what I can do. This layout goes on a couple of twists and turns, and in the end I think I would change a couple of things if I was re-scrapping this with the same papers, but I'm happy with the outcome. It's just an experiment, and sometimes when you finish an experiment you think, oh well, maybe I would have done that a little bit differently. And in this case I probably would not have cut off that pink background. I probably would have left it as is, scrapped the car in the middle, and forgot about all of this outlining. However, I did not. And you know what? It is kind of a cool effect. It's a bit of a shadow box look for the layout, and it's kind of a neat idea. And it is similar to one of my go-to layout designs, which is the picture-in-picture, which is essentially making the layout itself smaller and using pattern paper to build a smaller layout inside of a larger 12 by 12. So it's similar to that go-to design, so I'm not surprised that I like the idea in the moment. So I am, of course, gutting my cardstock that I am using to frame this beautiful layout, and that is so I don't waste it, because honestly it's just going to make the layout really thick anyway, and I don't need to add extra dimension to my layouts. I really don't. I do anyway, but I don't need to, so I try to avoid it. In this case, however, I will fail, because I do decide to lift this photo up just a little bit. You'll see that in a moment. Now, when I was looking at this photo, one of the colors that really stood out to me was the cement. It's wet, and so it looks kind of blue. It has like a blue sheen to it. And so I thought this navy paper, which immediately popped in my head from my April stash kit, which is completely based on a mix of Vicki Boutin collections, I thought of it immediately, and I wanted to see, how does this look? And I thought it looks pretty cool. Because it's the only blue on the layout, I'm going to bring in some other blue elements to tie it in, and one of them was this phrase. And I don't know why, but this just drew me in. I loved this phrase, and so I used this as the catalyst to bring a lot of blue onto this layout. Now, you may be looking at the background going, Laura, there's no blue in those stripes. You would be correct. There is no blue in the stripes, but I do manage to bring the blue in enough places on the layout that it mixes in pretty well. Now, you may have seen these stickers before. I finished off this pack about a week ago or so, and have decided to use the rest of it for my layering. Now, the nice thing about using chipboard stickers for layering is it's not super thick. It's not going to put it up so high that it's going to add a ton of bulk to your album, but it does give the impression of dimension and a little bit of shadow behind your photo that gives it the look like it's standing up really high, like a shadow box on the layout. Now, this little piece here is from Vicki Boutin, and it says, "Find me where the wild things are," which I thought was very clever and kind of funny, because when I owned this vehicle, I was in high school and a little bit of college, and I did tend to be a bit wild. Well, as wild as I get, which let me tell you, my husband says I'm a square. So clearly not that wild, but I did get into a couple of accidents in this vehicle, and I'm thankful that it was very, very sturdy as I was navigating between different areas of Michigan. I did get in a couple of accidents. Not all of them were my fault, but luckily the car was sturdy enough to handle it and handled it very well. So I have a couple of floral clusters. Now, if you know me, I can add floral clusters to any layout. Cars, trucks, boys, doesn't matter. I can add florals to anything. And when I showed this layout to my friend Miranda, she was like, I cannot believe you put florals on that layout. You're trying to feminize a masculine photo. But to me, this photo is not masculine. This truck is purple, and it was mine. So I told her it wasn't so much the florals that made me question myself with this one. It was more the choice to put the clusters at opposite ends like this instead of tucking them in close to the photo, which is what I normally do. This is just a bit of an experiment and a departure from my normal style. And so it made me question myself a little bit. I think we've all done that where we've kind of tried out something new and then gone, do I like this? Did this work? You're just not sure. And that's what I was feeling. So I sent her a picture to see what she thought. And she said that it looked fine, but that she thought I was feminizing a masculine photo, which is an interesting perspective. It wasn't something that I had thought of. Now, I did get this bird on there next to the photo, and he gets to stay. He is the perfect color. And so I had to include him. There are a lot of birds in Vicky's collections, and birds are not something that I reach for. It's kind of the challenge item in my April stash kit are all of these birds. And I'm going to attempt to use as many as possible on my layouts this month to get them used, because just because it's something I don't normally use doesn't mean that it's unusable. It just means that it's a challenge. So while gluing all of these bits and pieces down, I decided against this little moth on the bottom right corner. I had set it there thinking, well, maybe, but I didn't like how it covered up so much of the floral cluster and decided again instead to bring in some sunglasses. So I don't know why I thought these fit in so perfectly, but I did. And so I'm going to put a set of sunglasses on each of the two outside floral clusters there. For now, it's going to sit here. That's not where it's going to stay. One of them will go in the top left, one will go in the bottom right. And I think I was just feeling like sunglasses, driving. I wear sunglasses when I drive. That makes total sense. When else am I going to use sunglasses? Might as well use them on this layout. So I did. And in the end, I actually don't mind the sunglasses at all. I think they're kind of a cool little addition to those clusters. I even came back in with my used up thickers and grabbed these 4 asterisks that were in black. And the reason I incorporated these into my clusters is because of that black frame that I had added. I didn't want that to be the only hit of black on the page. I wanted to make sure I was spreading that color around my other clusters so that it blends in and makes sense. Adding a small little word phrase up here in the top right that just says, love this, I'm pretty sure. And it's a small thing, but for me, it was something, I needed something in that top right corner just because. It just felt so empty up there. So I added it at the top. And even though it blends into the background, for me, it was enough. It was enough. There was something there. And adding in some journaling lines, because I had a lot to say about this truck. I absolutely adore this truck, and was glad that it was my first owned vehicle. Now someday I will scrap the picture of my actual first vehicle, which was the one that my dad technically owned, that I drove when I was learning to drive, and it is also a truck. Go figure. But here I am adding my Nuvo drops, and then I will come in with some ink spray from Heidi Swap Color Shine to splatter all around, and this layout will be complete. As you can see, this was a quick and easy design. There's no special techniques here, just a lot of floral clustering and a fancy purple truck. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer comments and thrilled when you guys tell me what you think. That's why I share. And until next time, bye guys.